And now, in our weekly BBC interview, I will be interviewing Mr. Kieran Brady, who is a taxi driver. Hello, Kieran.
Hi, Hubert.
So, I have a few questions I want to ask you about your job. Are you okay with it?
Yeah, no problem.
How is the job affecting your personal life, such as your free time, and are you happy with it?
Not really. They're very unsociable hours. You've got to work at least 10 or 12 hours a day to make your wages, because half your wages goes on the car, as well as putting diesel in constantly.
Does your job affect your sleeping patterns?
Yeah, especially when you've got a lot of airports, and airports tend to be at 2 a.m. in the morning and 4 a.m. So there's no real sleeping pattern. You just manage to get as much sleep as you can when you can.
Does the job allow you to have a good and healthy lifestyle?
No, you're basically sat in a car all day long. You're getting no exercise whatsoever. The only time you do is when you want to go to the gym, and by the time you get to go to the gym, you're too tired, so you end up going home.
So, I think we actually got to this bit in the previous question. However, could you actually describe to me how your daily routine at work goes?
Depending on what bookings I've got. If I've got no bookings, I normally get out around about 5 in the morning. It's normally busy between 5 and 9 o'clock, because you've got the school runs, plus you've got everyone going to work.
What is the most interesting taxi driver experience you ever had?
I'm just trying to think of one now, because I've had that many, but I was going to mention that. I mean, because someone pulled a knife out on me, you know what I mean? So
Oh, Jesus.
Is that interesting? Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's shocking.
It's
Definitely.
shocking, I know.
And comparing to your previous jobs, is this the job that you would like to stay in as long as possible?
Not really. I only do this job to work around my kids, because I have to take my young boy to and from work, and with this job it gives me, I can stop working, or I can take my boy to school anytime I like.
Does the job get complicated sometimes, and why?
Yeah, it does get complicated when there's a lot of traffic around and roadblocks. On the schools runs, obviously you've got to be there for a specific time, and then it causes a problem then when you've got roadworks going on and you have to go different ways and what have you, and you're getting caught in traffic.
How well can you work long hours?
When I first started taxiing, I couldn't. It was very difficult, because it's a tiring job, brain tiring, not physically. But with experience over the years, you tend to just you tend to just work the 10 or 12 hours. But when I first started, I couldn't. It was very difficult.
Sounds terrible. How can you ensure customer satisfaction?
By being polite, knowing where you're going, and don't overcharge customers.
And the last question, what do you like most about your job?
Meeting different people. You meet all sorts of different types of people. I mean, it's more good than bad. But you're meeting different people day to day, so it makes the job a little bit easier, because it's not the same thing constantly.
So this has been our weekly podcast with Kieran Brady. Would you like to say anything else?
No, that's great, Hubert.
So as you can see, working as a taxi driver isn't as easy as you imagine. It is good for the people who have flexible time, however it can affect the lifestyle, and it can be difficult many times. I would like to thank Kieran for our interview, and I would also like to thank you all fellow listeners for listening to our podcast on BBC Radio. I hope you all have a nice day.